You judge not the general by the victories, but rather by his tears. Not the ones he would ever show, but surely they're shed somewhere over a flask of whiskey, inside a tent, in some war room, in some mirror, shaving for the next day. A tear would have to fall from any general, but no battle came without a price. And no general takes any delight in knowing he may have won, and won at an 8-to-1 ratio. Now, those were the words of the historians, the scribes, who sat in bureaucratic cubicles and wrote details of victories, and propagandists. For one lost soldier would at least bring one tear, even to a general, or especially a good one. Every army has its pride and valor, and it does cloak the soldier's demise in some sort of dignity. Napoleon was concerned about what the mothers thought when their sons did not return. But in reality, most of his soldiers were mercenaries. I think they preferred it that way. Men who knew they would probably die on the job. As long as the pay was right, they was up for it. A lot less burden for a general to bear. But no war is won without smooth-faced lads departing their mother's apron strings and never to see them again. No war has been waged without that sort. And the American soldier is unique, always has been. Whether through thorough and diligent propaganda or just the fact that it was true, American soldiers fought in their hearts for their freedom, and they believed they had it. And they did. Enough of it to claim, enough to measure, something to fill the little small lines on the measuring cup. It was not bare nor empty. The freedom he fought for was real and tangible. And he also knew what it would be like to an extent without it. Or at least he had images of how it looked, and he did not like it. And to America's credit, they have mostly fought in just wars and fought with a noble patience before entering the fray. And even though they are beholders of an empire, it was one of the only ones in history that was not cobbled together with that intent. There were some confederations that were to match similarities, but nothing with the intended cause of the American Republic, the most noble idea for a country that ever was. And so the extent that you fulfilled that can certainly be debated. Even if it was done for the wrong and most vile of reasons, these founding fathers at least put into law and pen and paper the idea that everybody had some sort of nobility, a dignity given to them by their Creator that no government has any control over. And should they try to say otherwise, would be liars, and therefore one more strike against their credibility and integrity. No, America put it to pen and paper that men should be free. And their men fought and died backing this up. And certainly they were as victim of manipulations of the highest order as any army has ever been. I'm not naive, and neither are you. But despite all that, the American soldier is unique. And Memorial Day is the unique day that we honor this very special soldier. A very special country, and very special people that they died to protect. It takes a very special kind of person to sacrifice. What does sacrifice mean? To give up something for the benefit of someone else. There's nothing more sacred to an extent than a sacrifice. And we all know in human endeavor, there's always some sacrifice required for any sort of success. When you sacrifice your time to study and achieve academic success, doesn't come free. Nothing worth having does. But even that sort of sacrifice is not the ultimate sacrifice. To have your life snuffed out in its very prime is to almost not have lived, to certainly have been cut short. And so for the special sort of soldier, there's a special sort of sadness. Because not only was he a hero and sacrificed for others, but it's what he sacrificed as well. Cut down in his prime. And it is a loss not only to the soldier, but to the nation as well, and the world he would have served, or could have served, and built and made a better one. Yes, war is the most expensive delicacy in the world. And it's served on a silver platter in the beginning. But someone has to clean up after the banquet.